Okay, today we're gonna make hazelnut chocolate brownies. I'm gonna start with a combination of hazelnut flavored oat milk that has no added sugar and some canola oil. We're adding half a cup of the milk and half a cup of the oil. Now I'm adding 3/4 of a cup granulated sugar. And we're gonna stir. We're gonna mix these together. Break up those sugar chunks. And I'm also gonna add the egg replacer, which in this case is 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk. You can also use a tablespoon of ground flax. And now stir to combine. Oh yeah. Here's Leo in the background, excited for brownies. You can't have brownies yet, silly. Yeah. Breaking up the sugar chunks. Breaking up the sugar chunks. Breaking up the sugar chunks. Okay. Now that our wet ingredients are combined, we're gonna add the dry ingredients. So I'm gonna start with 1 cup of flour, half a cup of cocoa powder, and half a cup of ground hazelnuts. You can grind them, they don't need to be a fine powder. Mine were not totally even, so I took out some of the bigger chunks because I actually want big chunks in my brownies, but I also want the smaller ground hazelnuts. These have been roasted and salted, but it's actually better to use just roasted or to roast them yourself. And I have half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Stir to combine without overmixing. That's our batter. Now, I prepared a small little pan with a small piece of parchment paper, and I'm just going to load this into the pan. We're gonna have a nice, dense, thick brownie in this pan. You can do it in a larger pan or a square pan, but this is what I have, and I wanted some thick brownies. So, with my handy baking spatula, now I would normally I'd recommend not filling the pan this high, but it's a special occasion, so we're just gonna go with it. There we go, every last drop. Smooth out the top just a little bit. And now, we're gonna bake. Welcome to my fake vintage oven. I'm gonna bake these at 180 degrees Celsius, or roughly 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 30 minutes. You want the brownies to be gooey on the inside and just a little bit crispy on the outside. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, and I think our brownies are ready. There we go. Nice, puffy, a little bit cracked. You actually don't want to press brownies because if they're properly made, they'll collapse. They're not like a cake. If it springs back like a cake, then congratulations. You made cake, not brownies. We're just gonna let these cool for about 10 minutes before cutting them open and enjoying. Ooh, gooey.